What is going on, Bulls Nation? What a win by the Chicago Bulls. After that heartbreaking loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, we bounced back and put down this New York Knicks in New York. So we're going to talk about this win right after this.
This is your home for all things Chicago Bulls. Join the conversation. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. What a game by the Chicago Bulls. Like, really, they controlled the game from the get-go. Right? From the opening bell, I was surprised on how good the Bulls looked against the New York Knicks. Now, granting that the Knicks played last night against Philadelphia, it was I wouldn't call that a tough game by any stretch, but they did played last night by Karl Anthony Towns. 46 points? Yeah, 46 points. He's being guarded by Vooch. Okay, we get that. But still, hey, 46 is 46. But the Bulls played really well up until almost the end of third quarter, when the Knicks went to, I think that's a 19-0 run. And then it got cut down. And then you're like, okay, here comes the Bulls. They're being the Bulls again. And, the turnovers and all that stuff. As always, that's the Bulls' Achilles heel, is the turnovers. They only had 18 this game, but the Knicks also had 15 of themselves. Again, they played last night. I don't want to make excuses for them because they're not playing up to their potential up to this point as well. But the Bulls' offense was just clicking. I mean, Vooch was plus 14. And Zach Lavine was plus 21. God damn, I didn't know Josh Giddey was plus 19 with 5 points. But notables here, Patrick Williams, I think, played phenomenal, at the beginning of the game. 18 points, 3 out of 4 from the 3, 6 out of 9 field goal. That is a beautiful game. Nikola Vucevic, man, I mean, I've been hard with this guy for the past, 3 years now. But he's shown that he could be the old Vooch from Orlando. You're also just going to get Orlando's win. We were expecting more from Vooch, when we got him. That didn't happen. It feels like in this entire process or this entire era of Bulls, DeMar was kind of slowing down the team. Not saying that he's the sole reason why we're losing, but, stat-wise, Vooch looks good. So if you are planning to trade both Vooch and Zach, this type of offense, which is the fast-paced, maybe you'll win, maybe you'll not, is good for their individual numbers. Now, that might sound bad when I say maybe you'll win, maybe you're not, because frankly with DeMar, that was the case anyway. Maybe you'll win, maybe you'll not. Not when Lonzo was in the game though, but I can't wait for Lonzo to be back. I'm not gonna lie to you, because one thing still that's missing from this team is a point guard. And as much as Giddey's plus 19 today, he didn't play in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, he didn't play, not in the fourth quarter. He didn't play in the closing minutes of this game. He's being given the Carlos Boozer treatment, where back in the day, Taj, if you guys remembered, if you are old enough to remember, Taj Gibson was closing the game for Chicago. Giddey doesn't do anything particularly well. He's not really good at scoring. His passing is decent. He got 6 assists. He's a good rebounder for his position, although today he only got 2 rebounds, 1 steal. He doesn't really control the game. He doesn't speed it up or slow it down. He's not hurting the team. He's just out there. He's a decent player, which the Bulls might have done a good job of not handing him a $30 million contract. But he wasn't closing. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the past 3 games now, when the game is close, they opt to go to IO, perhaps because of the defense, maybe decision-making, ability to make threes. I don't know. Jalen Smith in the game today, minus 13, 0 points. The bench did nothing tonight. Dalen Terry, negative 23. He got 4 points though. Matas also was negative 10, 4 points, 12 minutes. That is encouraging. Ayo had 16 points. So, I mean, I guess you can call him off the bench. Julian Phillips, the only positive on the bench, plus 8, 5 points because he hit that 3-pointer, 11 minutes. I do like the fact that the numbers for Matas is increasing. Although I did notice he doesn't know what to do when the ball is not in his hand. He stands in the corner, doesn't cut, doesn't find opportunities for him. So, I mean, as a coach, that is Billy's job to put him in a spot where he could be useful. Maybe when he's not handling the ball, because I think he's pretty decent defensively. He has the size, he has the athleticism, he can help out, on rebounding and all that stuff. So it would be beneficial for the Bulls to have him on the floor, but when he's not holding the ball and he's just standing in the corner, that doesn't do us any good. So it's upon the coaching staff to say, hey, you know what? Don't stand. You're not going to be a spot-up shooter. Cut, make yourself available. If not, you're a big guy, you're a tall guy. You give us some second chance opportunities. Cut to the basket. Because one time he did cut to the basket. He got that beautiful dunk, that powering dunk by him. He needs to get bigger, and he also needs to have court awareness. But other than that, I hopefully we get to see more of him, because he's the guy that ideally is going to be here after the trade deadline. So, but hey, big win for the Bulls. This, even though it's a foregone conclusion, I would say that Zach and Vooch are going to be traded, this wins help us in the long run, because it establishes that their numbers are just not losing numbers, that they could also win and get good numbers at the same time. But big win for the Bulls. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel if you're a Bulls fan. Give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on Friday against the Cavs.